So, hello. My name is Hope. I'm the director of the CW Museum of Culture and Environment, and I'm here with Don Schreiner of the Rodeo City Repair Cafe. Thank you so much for joining me, Don.
Well, thank you for having us, and thank you for what you guys are doing there.
Yeah, well, thank you for what you're doing, which is what we're really here to learn about. So, I just have a few questions for you because we really want to know a little bit about what the Rodeo City Repair Cafe does. So, my first question is, can you just tell us a little bit about the sustainability work that you and the Rodeo City Repair Cafe do?
Sure, sure. Well, our main mission statement is basically kind of three things, and we try to reduce, reuse, repair, um, and then if all that fails, recycle. But we try by keep the biggest thing we feel that you can do about reducing your footprint here on the earth is to use your stuff longer. You know, fix it, repair it, take parts from somewhere, put them in here, and get them and make it work again. Use it longer. And the second thing that we like to do is to empower and educate um, people because there's a repair, art to repair, and it is definitely being lost in this day and age. And there's a lot of information out there on how to repair just about anything, but people are for some reason or another intimidated, and you just got to get over that. You own it, you can fix it, or you can break it worse. You know, who cares? The fact is that you try. And the third thing is the community aspect of neighbors helping neighbors and bringing people together one time a month and just hang out and try to fix your stuff, you know, and get it back in action again. So when saving money is not really, I mean, it is a nice little benefit if you can do it, but sometimes heirlooms come in there. I remember reading by this lamp sitting on my grandfather's lap, says the 80-year-old lady. And by the time she walks out, her lamp's completely restored, functioning. And there's just something you can't really describe the feeling of having that.
Yeah. Wow. So, our next question is, I guess, what does sustainability mean to you or to the other people that you work with at the Repair Cafe?
Um, that's kind of funny. I asked people, our repair they call them experts, but our repairers, what that same question, and I got a response from a one guy. Um, he said, really, he doesn't even like to think about sustainability. He likes to think he's helping people and social sustainability, and paying it forward and all that. Um, for me personally, I think sustainability is living within your means.
Mhm.
Um, it's not always being conscious. If you go to the store, look at how much this item you want is packaged. Look how much packaging is run. Do I need all this? And so sustainability to me is living within your means and not leaving a huge footprint, you know, of on everything you touch. Um, it's um, I'm reading my notes here. So, uh, yeah, packaging. Just trying to be aware of what's going on and what you like apple juice. You buy it in these gallon plastic jugs. There's got to be something you can do with those jugs when you're done, or an alternative to doing that. You know, you just have to figure these things out.
Yeah. Yeah.
At the very least, do no harm.
Yeah. Absolutely. So if you are the person who's buying those big jugs of apple juice or my favorite apple cider,
Yes.
um, especially in the fall.
Yeah.
And I am definitely guilty of that.
Right, right.
What advice would you have for those of us who want to live more sustainably?
Well, one thing I found with the apple cider juice kind of scenario is I like to buy frozen. You know, it comes in the frozen concentrate.
Mm.
It's I guess for my money, it tastes about the same, and you get a cardboard can that does degrade. I mean, it's not completely um, eco-friendly or anything, but um, I just the you got to think in terms of what we're doing to the planet already, and I'm kind of nervous that we don't. So much has been thrown in the ocean, we have no clue. But I think if we could actually see what is in the ocean, what we continue to throw in the ocean, um, you just got to use your own head to figure out what to do. Or the another popular thing I think for me is reusing, uh, especially plastics. Don't use it just once; use it twice.
Yeah,
Or as many times as you can. So stay away from single-use plastics.
yeah,
Even the bags they give you at the grocery store, they can go in the waste paper basket, or they somehow they like we got tons of them around this house, and we'll never want for another plastic bag in my whole life. But we still keep them around, and they come in handy. And so I always figure it's a little bit of a success if I can use something like that twice. If I use, the more the better. So, um, and I don't know what the secret is in the future, how it's all going to work, but I think it's going to take a major conscious uh, changing event before people are really going to get on board with this. It seems like more and more people are. I talk to, especially students, the younger, they seem to be more concerned, but there's also a lot of people that just don't know, don't care, don't, and until something changes all that, we just it's like how do you eat the elephant one bite at a time. That's what we do at Repair Cafe.
yeah,
Just try to get um, one our little deal, our little message out, as small as it is, and hopefully that gets carried forward. And the college students at Central are a group of people we'd really like to uh, work more closely with and get more involved because it's their future. I'm turning into an old guy now, so um, if I can leave something to be carried on by younger people, or maybe someday they're going to look back and say, "Oh, I remember a guy who used to like to fix anything," and that's good enough for me for right now.
yeah. So
Hope.
can you just tell us how if people want to be involved with Repair Cafe or they want to bring something to be repaired, how can they learn about Repair Cafe?
Sure. We have a website or a web page, I guess, and our official name is Rodeo City Repair Cafe. So rcrcellensburg.org, and there's all the information about, well, kind of what we do, and a lot of pictures and stuff. But we we're sort of adopted. Our group was adopted by the um, uh, Independent Order of Oddfellows, who have a history uh, going back into Wales and early England English coal mines, and it was a dangerous, well, I don't know how to describe it any more than that, line of work, and the Oddfellows were formed to take care of the widows, educate the orphans, and bury the dead. And so I think the Oddfellows saw in us kind of and liked our message, and everything we do, by the way, is free. And the Oddfellows sort of liked what we were trying to do and offered us to use their facilities. So the Oddfellows Cemetery up off of Brick Road there in Ellensburg, in between, like behind Newton's up on the hill there. Um, they have a real nice shop, lots of facilities. So every second Saturday of every month, from 10 o'clock in the morning until 2 o'clock or three, it depends on how busy we are. Um, we're up there with maybe a half a dozen volunteers, and we sometimes we're just hopping and really busy. Other times it's just a nice relaxed pace, and it really doesn't matter to us how it goes. But you can't just bring some up there and drop it off and expect to fix it, because we're not going to. You got to stay. You got to stay, and we highly encourage. Since we are just a couple repairers, and sometimes we very much encourage people to repair their own stuff. So we provide the tools, maybe a little bit of knowledge and encouragement, and and have them take it apart and fix it and put it back together. We're there to help, of course, but it's and the education part of it,
And which is
and
also a form of sustainability as well, sustainability of knowledge.
right. Well, yeah, right, right. See, so you're there. You come on up, and then we'll put a screwdriver in your hand. And right now it's pretty
Hey,
brutal, isn't it?
I have a record player I might bring to you.
Oh, awesome. Yeah. Hey, I got turntable right here that I just repaired. So
Hey, there
put
you
a
go.
new belt in it or something. I can't remember, but
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So, I guess kind of in closing, Repair Cafe, it's just an exercise in kindness, it just kind of wanting to help people. And we just attempt to leave the world a better place, in both with socially um, and environmentally, which I don't really think one is any more important than the other.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Don.
Well,
It's a
absolutely.
pleasure. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. I have to get over there and see you at the museum one of these days and
Yeah, absolutely.
talk to you in person.